Destroylonely is a few of many rappers who come from a background of musical talent.
Yeah, J Fit, Big Tig, I'm 20.
People telling you hard and started gassing you up. Before I knew it, had you planning, dog on blasting me up. They had you trending.
Whose dad was a famous early 2000 rap star artist signed under Ludacris record label who went by the name of I-20. That influenced him to creating his own path in making music, but without the need of his father's fame. Starting at the age of just 14 years old in 2015, he would decide to begin his music journey that took him 7 years of hard work, patience, and creativity to fully get where he's at today. Signing on a Playboy Carti Opium record label in the midst of 2021, being seen walking for a League winter fashion show, having his third album debut at number 91 on Billboard Hot 200 chart, and successfully building a cult-like fanbase. This is the untold story of Destroylonely. Born Bobby Shemaine III on July 30 of 2001, was raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and comes from a very supportive environment, having his family being a big helping hand in pursuing any career that he had in mind. Starting off with his early schooling that was divided from public schooling in kindergarten through
7th to 8th grade.
But developed social anxiety, which made him feel like he didn't fit in with the rest of the kids.
I ain't like the environment, I ain't like the people I was around, so I was like, I'm gonna go be by myself. But I also regretted that decision as well.
They became the cause for him to being homeschooled with given permission from his grandmother, who was a former teacher, but then enrolled back in school in
9th and 10th grade. And then I got kicked out of school in 10th grade, and I had to do homeschool for 11th to 12th grade.
Which he would eventually graduate from Stockbridge High School in 2019. With his father being known into the public, going by the rap name of I-20, which was originally known as Infamous 2-0, was discovered by Ludacris in the early 2000s, who signed him under DTP record label, which stand for Disturbing the Peace, which was compressed of 9 rappers and 1 singer.
This is Shakita Benita, and I'm broadcasting live from Ludacris concert.
Released on May 21, 2001, featuring Ludacris, I-20, and Miskis, a song by the name of Move, which had a repetitive and quick easy hook, had reached top 10 on Billboard Hot 100, is now iconically one of I-20's biggest songs with 83 million streams from Spotify. And in 2004, I-20 would release his first album titled Self-Explanatory that peaked at number 42 on Billboard Top 200.
Your dad is I-20 from DTP?
Yep, Disturbing the Peace. You wanna know?
Your dad has one of the most distinct, illest voices in rap history.
Yeah, Pop's crazy, for sure.
His voice is so crazy.
His voice is that deep in real life too.
Which he will leave an impact with the world with his famously deep voice. Now at the time, Destroylonely would travel multiple tours with his father and Ludacris, who he now refers to as his uncle.
Were you like around like Ludacris and shit growing up?
100%.
Was like he your uncle?
Yeah, definitely.
Theo Lua?
Chris, 100%. Like,
would have him growing up in a musical family and was quickly immersed in the music industry from an early age, and would start his music career around 2015 after finding solace in watching the works of his father. Eventually disciplined his own passion for music by studying and spending countless hours teaching himself about music, and released his first piece of music around 2015, which later got deleted or lost.
So, Destroylonely has one of the most dedicated and cult-like fan bases in the underground, hands down.
But through the help of YouTuber activists who put together a Destroylonely lost discography, did the extensive researching and finding out Destroylonely went by the rap name of Tundra Boy Lonely in 2015. But moving forward to 2016 is the only year where you can find his earliest music released onto SoundCloud and YouTube. Releasing under the name of Tundra Boy Lonely in 2016, he will drop songs like Dracula,
Trapaholics, real trap shit. Ball like I'm Drexler. Who like I'm Drexler? Ball like I'm Drexler.
Then I'm Off, and No Face No Case, but then quickly changed his rap name to Lonely or Lone and dropped songs like Glory Boy Interlude, In My Zone, and Glory Boy 300. Starting to take his music seriously in 2017, he would drop his first EP onto SoundCloud titled Destroy. Consisted of 6 songs, which was later removed from SoundCloud but has recently been re-uploaded onto YouTube. In the same year of 2017, he will start connecting with local underground artists and producers such as Nazi and Tessico Cam, but began working with Nazi since they both went to the same high school together and lived in the same neighborhood. After being around Nazi, he would get introduced to Big Smoke Chop, who was at the time forming his own record label called Addicted to Money. On February 4th, 2018, Nazi and DestroyLonely would drop their first song together titled Bag Full of Booth.
Put up and make a flood, ayy. Pulled up in the coupe, ayy. With a bag full of boo, ayy. Pull up and make a flood.
Pull up, we make a flip. These niggas, they taking flicks. I had to fucking your bitch. She was in the bed sucking on dick. But that bit on my baby like Billie Jean. And she wanna just suck on my ding-a-ling. And she feeling my dick on my skinny jeans. While I'm counting up.
And will later drop a collab EP titled Nazi Destroyed, being Lonely first piece of music to be released on all streaming platforms. Now after many collaborations with Nazi, Lonely finally joined the team Addicted to Money. While undergoing the rap name Lonely throughout 2017 and 2018, he will later change it to what is now known as DestroyLonely. That has a unique origin to why he selected that name. The origin to why he selected a rap name DestroyLonely are composed into two parts, starting off with Lonely, which was from him always feeling left out and isolated, then added Destroy at the beginning, which he says comes from being addicted to taking drugs that he knew were destroying his body.
Yeah, I mixed the Destroy and Lonely from both of those situations. I got the name from that.
Moving forward to 2019, on March 13, he would drop his first album titled Dark Horse, consisted of 8 songs. Then would drop an EP a month later on April 26, consisted of 4 songs titled Sometimes You Lose. Working consistently with his music, he still had a small fan base. After going live on Instagram with just 4 people watching, he'll preview a song titled Bang.
I made a whole new song.
That will drop on his 18th birthday, July 30th. That will also come with a music video released on Forever Alive YouTube page.
Diamonds in the face, and I know these niggas watching, so you know I'm moving.
Then ended off 2019 with a 6-song EP titled Forever I Love You. Starting off in 2020, he'll release a 7-song EP titled Underworld. That'll have him to gain a more exposure in the underground rap scene with songs like Margiela Man.
Walk with a strategy like Mega Man. And you know, only get money forever, man. I think I'm falling in love with Margiela Man.
Being that he was from Atlanta, he would get invited to his first interview with a YouTuber by the name of Creativity, titled DestroyLonely Interview, which we'll start to see the mindset and personality of DestroyLonely after explaining how he's deeply into fashion.
You into Supreme and shit like that, Off-White? Nah.
Nah, I'm into the real shit. I'm into like fashion for real, like, you know what I'm saying, Chanel, vintage Prada, you know what I'm saying, Dior, Margiela, Rick Owens, like real shit, and like the history of it. Like I like studying that shit for real. Like I like knowing what I'm doing. Anything I'm doing, I'm gonna study that shit. I'm gonna learn it for real, so I can be the best at it. Yeah. So I like really get into that shit.
And wanted to expand himself with not just being a rapper, but also being a model and appearing in fashion runway shows.
I really want to be a model. I want to walk in that shit. That's
the ones that be having like in Paris and all that shit.
Yes, sir. Oh,
man,
God.
but to be honest, man, nobody be wearing that shit. That
man,
like not that type of shit. You know what I'm talking about though?
God.
That weird ass. Like,
that's for the runway though.
Do they do that shit for fun, or that shit really they really be selling that?
Bro, it's the art of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
Like they sell it too. You can buy them pieces. Them shits is real pieces. Them shits be thousands of dollars too, bro.
I know.
But like that shit is like art. That's the art of the fashion. The shit that be on the runway and shit. Cause it's like, how you creative enough to make this into some shit that somebody could wear? You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit crazy.
Dan will mention working on his next album titled No Stylist.
This one really gonna be an album for real. It's called No Stylist.
No Stylist?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my boy on that bitch. Goddamn DJing that bitch, drops, talking shit, all that shit.
Still working on the album No Stylist. He will put it on pause and release another album on September 25th that consisted of 10 songs titled Heartbroken. That came with a deluxe of 6 more songs titled Heartbroken 2.
Is it quick? Yeah. Right. You should use your hands a lot. Alright.
Now sometime around November, Lonely will post to his Instagram page a music video snippet to the song Oh Yeah.
I know she gon' fuck me, she think I can't tell. She told me her nigga, bro, he lame in hell. She said if I
That will get the attention from Playboy Carti cameraman Jay, that he would connect him with Playboy Carti, which Carti got on the phone with DestroyLonely and later invited him to the studio in Atlanta during the drop of Whole Lotta Red.
How did you originally link up with Carti?
Shit, that shit was just random as hell. I was sitting at the crib one day, and then, like, honestly, I got a phone call, and it was his homie. And then he took the phone, and it was him.
Wow.
And then after that, he said he was coming to Atlanta, went to the studio. And that was that. After that,
Still working on music, DestroyLonely then ended off 2021 with an EP titled Overseas, released by SoundCloud user Hitchavici on December 1st, consisted of 7 songs. During 2021, DestroyLonely's songs would start gaining more views after rumors of him getting signed under Playboy Carti's Opium label would start hitting the public, which he would address in an Instagram live around 80 views that he was in fact signed to Opium.
I need to keep asking me. Yes, I'm Opium. That's what y'all want to hear me say. I said it. Don't ask me no one.
Without it being publicly announced, he was privately officially signed under Opium record label, also signed under Interscope record label and N-Groove record label. He would then begin working with another Opium member known as Ken Carson. They basically ended off 2021 releasing a 5-song EP titled XO on July 19. DestroyLonely started off 2022 being seen walking with Elite No. 9 SM Winter Fall Runway fashion show in January. Then in the summer of June and July, DestroyLonely was mentioned on Ken Carson's album X on 2 tracks, MDMA and Murder Music. Also was featured on BK the Ruler's song Forever 2 that came with a music video that's currently at 1.1 million views. But after 2 years since he first announced his album in 2021, that consisted of 19 songs, only having one feature, which was Ken Carson, which became a massive hit of an album, having songs like No Stylist, Veteran, and Jet Lag receiving big numbers that it earned 8.5 million streams on Spotify its first week of being released. The project then received support from Pitchfork, Complex, The Fader, XXL, and more. With the album being very successful, he even dropped a No Stylist Deluxe on November 18, consisted of 5 new songs, and has built a cult-like fan base, recently hitting over 3 million Spotify monthly listeners. The project No Stylist is about being your own person, creating your own cutting edge lanes and moment. There's also tons of funny relatable creates, but quickly the track became the theme to users, explaining why their fashion tastes are original. Today he's gained fans in fashion such as Rick Owens, Balenciaga, Da Vinci, Alik 9SM, Lucas Shabashti, Shane Gonzalez, and more, even collaborating with Alik 9SM with the release of his No Stylist clothing line. Being in 2023, a song snippet by the name of If Looks Could Kill has recently been blown up on TikTok, could now be potentially dropping after DestroyLonely performed it during what seemed like a private party. But so far, DestroyLonely claims to be working on his new album, soon to be released around April of 2023. But in the meanwhile, follow my Instagram at @SatXLean for updates to new videos.